How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Vault here in Minecraft. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, make sure you guys leave a like on today's episode. With that, let's get into what we did last episode. So, in between episodes, okay, we'll get to what we did in between first. Let's look at what we did. Maybe if I have food, I do. I have berries. Give me berries, or give me death. Alright. So, what we went ahead and did is we didn't entirely fill this up. We filled from what I did in research, I found that apparently you don't need to fill every block. So I was correct in that regard. But you do need at least something in every block, and that constitutes something as even just the flowing liquid. I don't know if it's 100% true, but the output does seem to be pretty good. So we filled out the outer layer, and then the inner layer, and then a column, I think of this block, on each of the corners. And so now every block is occupied by some sort of liquid. So if we look here, also another reason it wasn't working, actually, you guys didn't see that. That was in between episodes. So I powered on the reactor pretty much immediately right after the last episode. And it didn't work right away. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, it powered up, heated up, fuel was being spent, that heated up, and I was like, that's weird, no power output. It is because we had the coolant port. If you have the coolant port, it turns it into an active reactor. We want a passive reactor. And we kind of touched on that last episode, but I don't know if I did a very good job of explaining the difference between the two. Effectively, the active reactor uses a turbine to make power. However, it's limited by the turbine. So you want to make a passive reactor because this can scale quite quickly up to about, I think, 2 million or 20 million RF a tick, which, well, that's a lot of RF a tick. We currently are making 20,000-ish RF a tick. It is diminishing as fuel gets spent and things heat up and all that fun things. And we can kind of see that here. So there is this much depleted, and it will continue to deplete, and we can, of course, add more. So here's the depleted, if you will, ingots that we get. These are the non-depleted, of course. Like, why can't I fly? Because I don't have a jetpack on. Alright, and so in order to fill that up, instead of going out and hunting down all the snow, because that is quite a pain in the ass, we can make snow. Right here. Bam. Easy. And so all you do is you just put a bucket of water down. Obviously, you can make this way more efficient than I currently have it, but over the course of, well, I don't know, probably at least an hour or two of waiting for snow and gathering up all the niter. I think the saltpeter or the niter is what took the longest to gather, in my opinion. The second thing we did is we expanded the amount of lasers we had quite a bit. Our power grid now is able to more than sustain this. Well, okay, it can sustain this. I don't know about everything else. And so, yeah. And then I ended up waiting around for more plutonium and, well, threw some more in here. And we were able to get plenty. So we actually made 3 extra, or are going to make 3 extra iridium. So we have the 32 iridium we need. And so if we look at applied energistics, we should be able to now make these components. We do need to make a molecular transformer, though. That we have not made. Is that an applied energistics thing? Molecular assembler? Okay, well, I don't see it there, so let's search. Molecular transformer. Okay, so it's from advanced solar panels. Jiminy Christmas. Holy. Okay. So that's not too terrible. Okay. Not too bad. Those we've seen before. Advanced machine casings we've seen before. FTB cable, okay, that we've seen before. Pretty standard. Okay, so I mean, nothing we haven't really seen before. Just gonna be a sec. Okay, and then as for these cores, oh wait, that's not the right one. This one. Alright, and then empty core. Awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna get this thing crafted up. And before we do that, I do want to look at the book. So once we get the wrench, we can then move on to making an ME controller, and we can work on making an energy acceptor, and then going from there. We'll probably also make the growth crystal accelerators, or these things. Yeah, crystal growth accelerator. The reason you want these is because in order to grow the crystal from the seeds down over here, it takes 16 actual hours. Like hardcore 16 long hours, which if you don't have the time to sit around and wait for that, and quite frankly, I don't, and I'm sure you guys don't, I highly, 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 highly recommend building the growth crystal accelerator. I'm not sure by how much it speeds it up, but I do know that if you have 4 of them surrounding your pool of water, throw your crystals in, they grow, not instantly, but it feels instant compared to waiting 16 hours. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get ourselves the wrench crafted up. Well, at the very least, the enriched molecular transformer made up. And then go from there and probably get some of these plates made. Because, yeah, we're going to have to make some alloy, get some diamonds. I don't actually know if we have enough diamonds for this, which is quite surprising. I'll have to check our thing. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to go through, get this thing made up, and see how much of the components we can get for the wrench made. And I will be right back. See you guys here in a sec. And we're back. So, went ahead and made ourselves the molecular transformer. Attached the high voltage cable to the back, so that way we can get a transfer rate of around 1,000 EU a tick. So now it takes... Sorry, I had a sneeze. To make the component we need. And then when I was doing the math for our Certus quartz wrench here, I failed to realize that we only had enough plate, or enough of the iridium ore for one. So I had to wait around for this thing again. There was a lot of waiting. There's so much waiting. And while I was waiting, I was actually looking into our quest book for potential answers as to how we could speed it up. And there actually is a path that, I don't know, it's deceptive. Because when you look at how to make the uranium, or not the uranium, the iridium, it kind of lies to you. Because although it talks about how you're going to want to use a ton of lasers, right, instead of just the 6, once you have one, using the replicator, I kind of didn't read that part because I didn't scroll down on this, okay? What the replicator is, it's using the ME, or the mass fabricator, to make UU matter, and effectively UU matter is, anybody who's seen Star Trek and knows what a replicator is from that, that's essentially what this does. So the mass fabricator turns things like cobblestone into scrap, and then that scrap can then be turned into UU matter, right? And then, well, the recycler makes the scrap, the mass fabricator makes the UU. And effectively, this little chain of things allows you to make this bucket of liquid that you can turn into anything you want, and you can coincidentally turn it into damn iridium. I hate myself because the amount of damn time I've sat here waiting for this and then refueling the damn reactors down below has been a lot. I am not proud or willing to admit the amount of time I have sat here. I have sat on the sound muffling block watching Netflix for probably most of today waiting for this. It has not been a fun day, although I did get other things done, such as replying to comments and working on editing for one of the upcoming Dyson Sphere program videos and stuff like that, but I kind of hate myself now. But that time has been spent. Anyway, so let's go ahead and pick up our enriched Senium. Go ahead and turn around and put it back in the crafting table. Throw it here, and now we can get the enriched Cenurium. And then if we look here, that's the two components for the wrench. Let's go and throw that here and here. Now to make the other components, we need hardened mesh. Hardened mesh goes in here to make some stabilized metal. The stabilized metal goes here and here to make lump of Galador, which then goes in a crafting table like that to make two large lumps of Galagador. Throw that in there like so. Let's go put this fuel in the reactor while we're waiting for that. Oh, hi, creeper. There's a creeper up there on the roof. Yeah, I think we're going to look at making you matter next. I think that's going to be next episode, and we're going to throw it in there. Or a room, not necessarily that room. We're going to have to take out... There we go. And so, one thing to kind of note, if you didn't quite understand what I just did, is basically waste stays liquid in here. I hear a zombie. Waste stays liquid inside the core, and then it can get ejected here into solid ingots, and then from there we can get more room inside the reactor for more fuel to go in. And so if this whole thing fills up with waste, you can't put any new fuel in, and then you stop generating power. And as you can see, we're generating about 26,000, and that kind of... we gotta recharge our damn jetpack again. I think we're gonna look at jetpack upgrades too. I don't know if we'll continue with the simple or simply jetpacks, or if we'll look at the whatchamacallit jetpacks. The I think Industrial Craft has jetpacks, and I want to say there's one more mod that we have that does jetpacks. Throw those in. Alright, so let's take our enhanced Galadorian metal. Go like that, and bam, we have ourselves a Sturgis quartz wrench. Alright, so now if we go ahead and take a look here, we can really start to get into ME storage, which I'm very excited about. So we're going to need cables, right? These are going to effectively allow us to connect everything up. We're going to need an ME controller. This is basically your brains of your system. And we're going to need something to interact with all of our energy. Because Applied Energistics, it does not like to just immediately connect into things. You need this to interface with your power grid, but otherwise it's not too terrible. So in order to make ourselves a ME controller, we need 4 Skystone blocks, 2 engineering processors, and 2 pure flux crystals. Now the pure flux crystals are those ones that we can throw in the water and basically get out. Okay. So let's go ahead and, because I did not get those crystals sitting around, let's go ahead and get some of these made up. Which, quartz fiber. I'm going to get some of this stuff made up. Some of the stuff ground, and then some of these crystals ready, and we'll be right back. So it looks like I'm going to have to grind up quite a lot of quartz. Still no more diamonds. Damn. I used all of our diamonds, and then I had to go hand mine for some, and we still haven't gotten any. But I will say, sitting here... Speaking of diamonds, where are they going? Oh, well, they went there. Sitting right here is just mesmerizing. Like, just watching the, intake of ore and just cobble and everything else is very mesmerizing. Like, honestly, I might put glass on the backside. Oh, we can kind of see it from in here. I might put glass on this side just to watch the items move. I could honestly sit here and watch it. It's very, very nice to look at. Anyway, I did have to take the fortune thing off the ender quarry because it was just sucking up too much energy. So now I think what we're going to go ahead and do is get all that stuff ground up that we need, such as the quartz, and I'll be right back. So I'll see you guys here in a couple seconds. All right, and we're back. So I went ahead and made up all the components we're going to need for an ME controller. We do get our wrench back, so we don't have to worry about that. In order to make ourselves a crystal growth accelerator, we do need some quartz glass, but that isn't too terrible. We just need some glass and some quartz. Well, quartz dust. And I've just been taking the normal crystals we've been getting and grinding those up. I also wanted to make a charger, just so that way we can make charged crystals as needed. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's grab what glass we have here. Make up some ME cable. Okay, so let's throw these in our inventory. Okay, our inventory is getting a little bit full. We are going to need some flux crystals, or we could use 8 pure flux crystals. Well, to make the flux crystals, those are pretty standard. We just need 1 charged quartz, or Certus quartz, 1 nether quartz, and a redstone dust next to each other. And then wait a second, and basically we get 2. Kind of a 2-for-1 deal, right? 'Cause, yeah, that doesn't quite work. Okay, so we have that. We have that. I don't think we have any more of the nether quartz, so let's go grab some. Let's grab our jetpack. Before we go back into the nether, the scary place of scary. Also, I think we're going to stick our ME stuff right in here. I haven't decided quite yet. Because I feel like it's a pretty important area we need to put it, but we'll see. There's spiders. Yeah. How much do we have? We have 8. Oh god, we're gonna need a lot more. Okay. You know, let's use our fortune pick. Except now we've made Pigman mad. Oh no. Yeah, I hear you, Pigman. Okay, let's go up. Hey. When in doubt, mine straight up. And we're gonna find... that should be plenty for now. Okay, we need to try to get back in that hole without these 2 asshats following me. Okay, over here. Oh crap, oh crap. Fuck. Fuck off. Okay. Well, that almost ended in disaster. Ah! It did it! Oh, crap. It did end in disaster. Let's remove another one. That damn fire bat better not be in here. Okay. We can get rid of that. That. I need food. I don't need another rack on us. Okay. Cool. Let's go find, not sure how you got out, but okay. Cool. Grab some food so that way we don't starve, and let's go make ourselves some of these crystals. So basically all you do is you charged the quartz and redstone. Wham bam shabam. Keep making crystals. I still see them. Yay. Crystals. Alright, so now we have quite a lot more. And technically we can double it even further by grinding these up and then going that route. And then if you grow them, then that's what gives you these. So it's technically the same amount, so either 8 pure or 4 of these. You're not wasting any in this regard. So we do need 4 of those. All right. And then need some of that. 4 of those, and then something like that. Awesome. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead. Go connect some things up. So we need, at the heart of everything, well, I guess we'll put the heart of everything here. And then okay, maybe we're not going to put it quite right there. I think we'll put the heart of everything here, because it can connect off of thing. Yeah. Because then what I want to do is stick... Okay, so we'll put the power acceptor there. And then... So the power acceptor is going to go there, right? Which means I want... sure, let's go... like that. Okay. Okay. And then water will go there. Okay. And technically, we don't need to physically see any of this, so for now, we'll kind of hide some of this. Yeah. We'll stick water right there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't particularly like that being there. That doesn't really charge there either. Okay, well, we'll figure out a place to put that charged thing. Let's go ahead and clean this up just a little bit. Let's get some of these things out of our inventory, like that. Glass we're probably still gonna need. Alright, let's grab ourselves some more of that basalt just so we can clean that hallway up just a wee bit. And maybe some quarried stone just so that way it's not entirely all dark down there. We do, you know, want to try to make it not look like a dungeon. Maybe we'll do something like... something like that. Right, and then we'll put our ME controller here, and then we'll put our... interface there, and then we'll put our drives and other stuff in here as well. And then we can fill this up. And then we can even make this side storage as well for that. Alright, so let's go boop, boop, boop. I don't know where we're going to stick the charger just yet. For now, it can go right there. Not connected to anything. Alright, so now, in order for this to interface with anything, let me make sure those quests actually took, though. Smart cables. Well, smart cables we're not going to get to just yet. We did make that awesome. Let's go ahead and make energy conversion. So we need an energy acceptor. So let's go ahead and make app applied. Okay. Where is it? Energy acceptor right here. Awesome. So just quartz and iron. Cool. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's see. Do I remember how to make this? I do. Okay, now let's see. Can I just... Yes, I can. Awesome. And do we have... we don't have enough conduit, I don't think. Okay, well, we don't really need to hook up this right now. So we are going to thieve some power conduit from it. Cool. So one thing to note is the ME system is a constant drain. So unlike other systems, yay, it's powered, and we can tell it's working because of that. So unlike other systems that are not really a temporary drain, but only uses when it needs it, right? This system does not. This system actively pulls power forever. It constantly is pulling power, never to not be pulling power, basically. And as the system grows, so does its power requirements. And so it is important that you don't immediately build one. So I'm playing in expert mode, so it's been quite some time since we've been able to do this. We've needed quite a significant amount of resources. Okay, so now we have water in order to do this. Whereas other people aren't really going to be able to just immediately get into this. Or you'll probably be able to get an ME system much sooner. If you aren't playing in expert mode like I am. But we are, so it took quite some time and, well, to get everything else up. And also we've just kind of been exploring some of the other mods. Alright, so now that we have this made, if we look down in there, we can see those little crystals. So if we just pick them up immediately, they're already at 16% growth. It's also important to note that these crystals don't despawn, as the item description says. So you don't have to worry about, oh no, they're going to despawn. Like, I have to sit here and babysit them and occasionally pick them up. Nope, you don't even have to worry about it. They will sit here indefinitely and be awesome. So I think that's pretty much it for today. I would have liked to get into the drives, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that today. I think it's going to be a process for tomorrow. Well, I say tomorrow, but I'll record the episode probably tomorrow, but it will definitely be something for tomorrow because I don't think we have enough diamonds, even with the 5 on us, to do what we need to do. So for now, I think that's what we're going to call it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a like on today's episode. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. This really does help out and show support for the channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely leave that down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.